I'm here with the guys from Another Lost Year. Guys, if you could just say your name and what you do in the band so everybody out there can see you.
I'm Adam. And I play guitar, and I sing like a girl in the background.
Bonjour, my name is Quentin, and I do the accounting in the band. I'm the singer and songwriter.
Somebody has to do accounting in the band these
Somebody
days,
has.
right?
Sometimes you got to stop and do the paperwork, man. Sometimes you do.
Hey, so we're going to see you 3 times tonight. We're going to see you down at the Soundwave Music Festival in Berlin, and real excited we're going to see you. Berlin. Yeah, not that Berlin, but the other Berlin, Berlin, Maryland.
Right.
But super excited to talk about next weekend. Yeah,
that actually is my
Operation Rock
birthday.
Fest. Tell us about it. Yeah, the festival.
Well, Soundwave is actually my birthday.
Oh, okay, cool.
But yeah, Operation Rockfest, we're excited to be a part of it. It was kind of interesting. Some of the people that like Tony from the Lafayette Agency is putting it on, and then the people who are involved with it, they've all been kind of helping Another Lost Year from the start. So it was interesting. It was a good fit for us to be a part of it. There's some great bands there. We're glad to be a part of something like that, especially with my military background and our drummer's military background. So we're
elaborate on that. So give us the story about that.
Matt got drafted, didn't you?
Yeah, I got drafted by the Dodgers into the Army.
I was going to say, you don't look old enough to be drafted that way.
No, I did 5 years in the 82nd Airborne Division. I jumped out of a lot of airplanes. And Matt was in the Marines. That's all I know about Matt, because I don't really care about him too much. Honestly, if you want to know the truth, I don't like him. No, I'm kidding. Okay, can you take that out? No,
no, that's TMZ.
No,
stuff
he was
TMZ stuff.
He was in the Marines. He's only been out for a couple years. He's a little bit younger, but he's a good kid. Good kid.
It's a great theme, man, because I just got done talking to the guys from Prospect Hill and the stuff they do, to go out and entertain the troops.
They got to do a USO tour.
Yeah,
that'd be so cool. That'd be so cool.
So, hey, tell me a little bit about Revolution Part 1, the EP. Now, let's give me the history behind that one and how it's going and all.
I always thought it was interesting how bands put out albums, and it was, sometimes they were themed, and like the Hinder sequence, for example, like the first one was, God, I can't even remember the one I had.
The themed ones, yeah.
And each album told a story. It was like the first one was the struggle to get there, extreme behavior, everything that they did to get there, and then the next one was like the high road or whatever it was, and it was, once they made it, what it was like, and then the next album was the destruction, that everything that came from it, and then the next one was like their addictions and how they got out of it. Well, Better Days was our first full-length album, and it kind of told a story of us. They were snapshots, moments in time of my life, and it was of the better days to come. Well, and writing for the new album, I know I talked to Adam several times. I was like, we're probably gonna do some co-writing on this album, and I had 30 years to write the last album, and now I'm having to write this album again off. I've already pulled from those experiences. What little did we know that everything that we went through. Like we were affiliated with a label. We've had huge success with the first album, and then we just kind of got not kicked to the curb, but we parted ways with our situation at the time. And it was a scary world. We went out to the unknown. We had to buy all new gear. Just things that we had kind of let fall to the wayside. We took for granted. And in the interim, we ended up learning a lot of hard lessons in the music industry.
All the blood's right here to stay. From every heart you cut out, you left it sweet and time. Well, I body harder every day. I swallow down every day you say. This is a part of me. I won't let you keep on yourself. And I don't imagine the world is so.
And the revolution is exactly what it is. It was about the coming of yourself and standing up for what we really believed. I mean, the first song that came off the album was called "The End of You and I," and a lot of people think it's about they're like, oh man, you had a horrible breakup or whatever. No, it was a breakup, all right, but not the kind you're thinking of, man. So it's really cool. A lot of people don't get the chance to put out an album. Like we did the first time with Justin Reimer, and we did this one with him and Brett Hessler from Dark New Day and Creed, and so we realized that we're really fortunate to be able to get to do this on the scale that we get to do it at.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people are like, man, you guys should be bigger than you are. I'm like, man, you know, we've only been a band for 3 years. How much bigger do you want us to be right now? You know, it's not that's not being egotistical or anything, but like, you know, we think of this band like the Panama Canal. I don't know if you're familiar with the series of how the chambers work, but you know, each one raises and then it opens when it's ready. Well, that's how this band is. Like, each one of those doors don't open until we're ready to go. And you know, the Revolution is 5 songs of we did it's a full length album that's going to come out this year, but it's broke up into 2 parts. This is called Part 1, The Other Side, which is it's kind of, I think, for the direction that we're going now, is actually kind of the aftermath of what's coming. So it's really interesting for my take on it. And I know Adam did all the artwork and stuff for the album. So
That's a good. I was going to ask you about that because I noticed there's a silhouette of your home state on the front. So what's the significance? Why did that land there?
We're proud to be from North Carolina, man. That's what it comes down to. Everybody, you know, they'll kind of hide where they're from or anything like that. We're from North Carolina and we tour. This is what we do. We
So is Chris Daughtry.
So is Chris Daughtry. But I mean,
And you got a big old Charlotte Hornets banner right up there, right on the merch booth, right?
They just brought them back. They just brought that back to Bose.
No, and when you get that CD and you open it up, actually the CD completes the state, man.
Oh,
So,
wow.
like, he,
Very cool.
Nice.
Yeah, and that's like, we talked about it. We were like, what do we want to do? As bad as it sounds, the last album, we had control over it, but it was kind of, we were just in one direction and one speed so fast. We were like, okay, yep, that looks good. Yeah, just let it go.
Get it out.
This time we play for real. This time it's time for keys. My guns are loaded and my sights are clear. I can feel them crawling onto my skin. What you need is someone to save you from all of this pain you keep. I know this time if you still keep forever.
Now you mentioned the end of You and I, and there's a music video to that, correct? Can you tell us a little bit about the video?
This guy, I'm gonna tell the story on this one. So this was right when everything happened with our old label and everything. So we need to do this, some new music, tell people we're still alive, you know, tell our fans we're still alive, so we're still making it. And we go in and do the song with Justin, and we immediately hit the road, typical us. And we need a music video. They're expensive, you know. And we had just dumped a bunch of money into the thing. So he goes, "Well, I'm gonna shoot a music video." And we were out on the road with Elysium at the time, and their lead singer Nate is a video guy.
Yeah, we know
and
Nate well.
And he showed him the ropes a little bit, and no joke, he shot for the majority of it. We shot the whole video on an iPhone.
iPhone 4.
And a GoPro.
Imagine the things and a
GoPro and a GoPro camera, and that was it. And we spent literally like 12 days in a Walmart parking lot in Arizona, and we shot the video in San Antonio.
Yeah.
In San Antonio, in the parking lot of the hotel that was bought for us by one of Nate's kind friends in Elysium.
We were totally staying at this hotel.
Yeah.
And we were walking across the street. We were going to the store, and we happened to be walking through. I'll never forget. It was 5:47, and the way the sun was coming down that parking lot, I was like, "Man, look how big this parking lot is."
He's just, I can see it. I can see it. Dude, come check it out, man.
So this woman comes.
I get so excited when this guy gets excited. It can be the biggest things, the smallest things, but when this guy gets excited, he gets everybody excited.
It was fun. The hotel, the woman who running the hotel, like, it was a really nice hotel. We can't say who it was because they wouldn't let us use the logos, but she's bringing us freezing cold bottles of water out, just like people are stopping.
People were stopping by going, "What are you doing?" "We're shooting a music video." "Well, that's cool. Can we watch? Absolutely. Come on over. Let's hang out."
Shot it in that parking lot. We shot it at the Riverwalk in San Antonio, right by the Alamo. And it was all done on iPhone 4, man, and just
we were parked in Phoenix for no joke. It was like 12 days, and he sat in the Starbucks. He'd walk over to the Starbucks from the Walmart that we were sleeping in our van, and he would go over to the Starbucks and sit there all day, and he would go and buy coffee, and he doesn't even like coffee. And he would go and buy coffee, and he would sit there and he did that for days and days. You
Well,
know.
hey man, kudos to you because it came out really well, and I love the story behind it. So, hey, I saw another video that wasn't a music video, but I saw you guys doing some acoustic stuff. Do you do that regularly, or is that just a rare thing?
We
Yeah,
like to.
we actually just did Tuesday's night was an acoustic show. We everything, all the songs start acoustic. Usually just me and my guitar, or me and Adam in our underwear and our guitar.
I'm more comfortable in my own.
There's
voice.
another music video happening right there, but maybe a different channel. But you know,
Yeah, no, acoustics are bread and butter, man. That's what we love, dude. Like, I don't know, I've always loved hearing songs acoustic because you can't hide. Like there ain't no
nothing you
hiding
can
in
hide
acoustic.
behind. There's nothing you can hide
We pride ourselves on that, man. Like, all right, yeah. Especially like we did some of the Zach Myers tour, and they were like, yeah, you guys have to play acoustic. And we were like, cool. All right.
And
You sure you want us to do that?
and it sounds cocky and everything, but everything starts that way. Everything starts acoustic. If it doesn't sound good acoustic,
I love acoustic
we
music,
usually
man.
don't take it to electric. And like he said, you can't hide behind it. I mess up. He messes up. We all mess up. So that's the cool thing about.
That's the rock and roll.
That's the real
aspect
version of it. That's the real rock and roll version of it.
Oh no, it's not up there. No,
Nope. Nope. I'm gonna come back down here.
It's funny because like me and this guy we're probably pushing 1,000 shows together, and in 3 years.
Yeah. I made a note of that. I was like, you guys live on the road when I was going to talk to you.
But we, you gotta. I've never for once I'm like, oh god, we gotta play this song again. Like War. Oh my god, we played that song. Legit, we played that song
night.
over 1,000 times. Legit.
Every single night. Every single night.
We were just talking about how many shows you guys have played on the road, for the last 3 years. And
We're touring the new EP, so we're playing those songs pretty much verbatim the way that they are. Not because we don't know how to do other stuff with it. It's just like we are learning them together. I mean, you go in the studio and things, you add extra beat here, you change the strumming pattern there, and it's you're cramming a lot of stuff into one time on top of everything that you're having to do throughout the day already. But and the songs off the Better Days album, like every night I'm trying something new, and some nights it works out, and some nights I look over at him, he's going, nah, man.
Tonight's the night for the bagpipe solo, right?
What was that?
Break out the bagpipes.
He does the same
I
thing.
do too. I do too.
Iron Mike over here, man. He never messes up until this week, man. He's had 2 in the U and I. It's been both times in the U and I.
Yeah, it happens. It happens, man. And that's what we love. That's what we love about how we do it. Everybody has their niche on why they do it, how they do it. I think that's why we like ours so much, because we mess up. We're as real as they come. Sometimes my voice just ain't there, and sometimes I feel like I'm Rod Stewart and I'm just doing all kinds of crazy stuff.
We love bands like that, bands that don't cancel shows and come out and play them. And okay, your voice is a little raw. We'd rather still come see you than not have you and have you be perfect.
Oh, yeah. A lot of times my voice is wrong.
It happens. And when you're singing 5-6 nights a week,
I'll bet. I can't even imagine it, man. That's brutal.
And give us a chance to play 2 shows on a day. We do it every single time. Like we don't turn down shows. We'll play with anybody. We'll play anywhere. We just played with 3-6 Mafia.
That was a fun time.
Yep. We played with 3-6 Mafia. And we don't care. We'll play. We just like to be in front of people. We like showing people we have a good time on stage. And usually, people have a good time when we're playing. That's what music's about. To get people dancing.
Man, we're looking forward to tonight. We're on our bill 3 times in the next year, so we're going to be seeing you guys tonight. We're going to see you.
We're trying to get those golden horns. We're trying to get
you
those.
never know, man. The Marr Army hears it now. They vote on it.
Golden horns. Yes, sir. Best hair. I don't care what it's for.
Somebody won that last year too. Yeah, so
I want it.
Another lost year, everybody. Guys, thanks for being here.
Thank you guys. Thank you for taking the time to do this. We appreciate it.